100 million years ago, dinosaurs were the owners of this land. A forest luxuriant with Pteridophyta and gymnosperm. Sauropods are leisurely eating leaves from the trees. In the forest, small herbivorous dinosaurs live in groups. They do not have the luxury to enjoy such a feast. As governed by the law of the jungle, this is the land of dinosaurs. In May 2008, a strange rock was discovered at an embankment in a region of Korea. Buried within the rock were the bones of an animal. However, they cannot be identified. Dr. Youngnam Lee, a vertebrate paleontologist, he quickly committed himself to investigate the mysterious rock. The buried animal is none other than a dinosaur.
정말 흥분되는 발견이 아닐 수 없습니다. 왜냐 그러면 제가 우리나라에서 공룡 연구를 한 지가 벌써 한 15년 이상 넘어가는데 이렇게 완벽하게 붙어 있는 뼈들이 제 위치에 붙어 있는 이런 화석을 본 적이 없었어요. 그래서 이것이
This is the first discovery of a perfectly articulated dinosaur fossil in Korea. It is indeed an amazing discovery. However, just what kind of dinosaur it is remains unknown. The most important thing is to get the bones out of the hard rock. For this delicate process, dental drills and air scribes are used. Until now, fossils discovered in Korea were bone fragments or teeth. However, this fossil is different, even in scale. The back half of the dinosaur is preserved, such as the ischia, hind legs, and nearly complete tail. What on earth is this dinosaur? Was an unknown dinosaur uncovered in Korea for the first time? Until more is known, the discovery will be called Dinosaur X.
점점 제 상상력을 자극을 하고 있는데 왜냐 그러면 그 신경 배덜기라는 거 이게 그 꼬리뼈에서 이렇게 길게 나타나는 공룡이 그렇게 많지 않아요. 그래서 이거 굉장히 독특한 특징이거든요.
Neural spines on the tail vertebrae control tail movements. In addition, this dinosaur has hind leg bones with toes still attached. An imprint of Dinosaur X's footprint is made based on the foot skeleton. Would a footprint provide a clue as to Dinosaur X's identity? There are over 4,000 dinosaur footprint fossils left. and they vary in size and shape. This leaf-shaped footprint belongs to a herbivorous dinosaur. The footprint is approximately 25 centimeters in size, and it seems to belong to a young ornithopod dinosaur.
예, 김박사. 네네. 예, 곧 보내드리겠습니다. 네. 네.
The type of dinosaur can be determined, be it herbivorous or carnivorous, based on the shape of the footprint. Over 4,000 footprints were examined, but no match could be found for Dinosaur X. Then what kind of creature is Dinosaur X? Dr. Youngnam Lee turns to the Gobi Desert for an answer. 13 researchers from 7 countries in 10 cars. A team of world-renowned paleontologists heads to the land of dinosaurs. During the Cretaceous period, when Dinosaur X lived, Korea, Japan, and Mongolia were one continent. In Mongolia, Cretaceous sediments are exposed in the Gobi Desert. $80 million years ago, in the Gobi, an agile and carnivorous dinosaur, Velociraptor, picked out its core. Its counterpart is an herbivorous dinosaur, Protoceratops. It's usually gentle, but not in a life-threatening situation such as this. These two fighting dinosaurs were captured in a fossil. The Velociraptor clutched the Protoceratops' head with its arm, and with its hook-like claw of a foot, it stabbed it in the stomach. Then, the Protoceratops desperately bit the Velociraptor's hand. This marvelous fossil was found in the Gobi Desert. Sand that engulfed the dinosaurs still troubles the expedition team. The quicksand is laid out like a minefield, For this Mongolian expedition, experts from 7 countries formed an international team. Dr. Youngnam Lee from Korea heads the team. Dr. Jacobs from the US. And the most renowned paleontologist in the study of carnivorous dinosaurs, Dr. Curry from Canada. The fossils found will be transported to Korea to be used to study Asian dinosaur evolution.
지구상에 알려지지 않은 새로운 공룡을 찾아서 내가 이 공룡을 연구해서 이름을 붙이고 그리고 그것이 전 세계에 통용되고 그러므로써 어떤 보람을 느끼는 거거든요. 모든 공룡학자라면 그것이 꿈이죠.
To find new dinosaurs, in search of a dream, 13 dinosaur experts head far into the past. Their destination is a 4-day drive through the grasslands and a desert without roads. Kirmin Sav. That's where the dinosaurs are.
난 타르보사우루스다. 지난 7천만 년 동안 난 이곳에 잠들어 있었지. 그런데 지금 누군가 내 긴 잠을 깨웠어. (7천만 년 전) 이 땅의 제왕이었던 타르보사우루스야. 인간들이 가장 무서워하는 공룡 티라노사우루스의 조상이 바로 나, 타르보사우루스야. 나보다 힘센 공룡은 없었고 내가 나타나면 다들 도망가기 바빴지. 내가 어떤 공룡이었는지 더 알고 싶다면 자, 날 따라와봐. 우선 신체 사이즈부터 공개하지. 몸 길이는 12m, 높이 5m, 무게 6톤. 쉽게 얘기하면 대형 화물트럭 한 대가 가고 있다고 생각하면 돼. 신체상 특징이라 한다면 머리가 좀 크다고나 할까? 두개골의 크기만 1m가 넘으니까 말이야. 사냥감을 단번에 박살낼 수 있는 강력한 턱과 날카로운 이빨은 내 비밀병기지. 난 인간처럼 두 발로 걷고 직립보행도 하지. 덩치에 비해 팔이 좀 짧긴 하지만 200kg은 거뜬히 들 수 있다고. 양쪽 눈은 앞을 보고 있어서 사냥감과의 거리를 파악하는데 아주 좋지. 타고난 사냥꾼이 바로 나, 타르보란 말씀이야.
The expedition team arrived safely at Kirmin Sav. Along with 17 crew members from Mongolia, there are a total of 30 expedition members. 3 military trucks carry the food and drinks the team will need for 40 days. A base camp is set around an area near an exploration site. Some members have traveled halfway around the globe to dig for dinosaurs.
You know, the 4 days that it's taken to get here is nothing compared to the many years I've spent dreaming about coming here. So to finally be here is something really special.
And for me, being a paleontologist or dinosaur guy, being here is very honorable and exciting.
Kirmin Sav. Located at the western end of the desert, here 70-million-year-old strata has been exposed. Then how do dinosaurs become fossils and appear on the surface of rocks? A Tarbosaurus falls with a serious leg injury. Fortunately, there are no dinosaurs that prey on its corpse. As time passes, its flesh decays and disappears. Its skeleton is buried in mud and river sediment. As millions of years pass, deposits accumulate and harden, and then the bones fossilize. Today, the rock containing fossils has been exposed by rain and wind. A place all paleontologists dream of. As soon as they've unpacked, the crews begin prospecting for fossils. At the core of prospecting, there is walking and more walking. There's a discovery. Dr. Jacobs fixes the discovery to his tongue.
Why'd you do that?
Huh?
Why'd you do that?
Show you it sticks. Just fossil bone sticks to your tongue. Modern bone doesn't, so you can identify the fossil.
In scorching heat, they walk tens of kilometers a day. In a place with more fossils than anywhere else in the world.
저기 지금 저 등선에 하얀 거 보이시죠? 네, 지금 뼈가 노출되어 있는데
갈비뼈.
갈비뼈. 글쎄 내가 보기엔 잘 모르겠는데 가서 확인을 해봐야 될 것 같은데.
Danger is always present during an exhibition. But they have no time to consider anything else when there's a fossil around. It's an approximately 70-centimeter long rib. Even at first glance, we can see it is an enormous dinosaur. Dr. Lee and his colleagues return without collecting it.
가장 중요한 부분은 머리뼈고, 다음에 이제 다리뼈들, 그 다음에 뭐 척추 이렇게 하는데, 사실 제일 공용뼈 중에서 특징이 없는 것이 갈비뼈예요. 갈비뼈는 형태가 거의 일정해요. 대부분 비슷하다고.
Dr. Lee leaves behind the big bone and rejoices at a tiny fossil, not even 2 centimeters in size. It's a lizard skull.
주둥이 쪽은 여기 이빨도 보이네.
Lizards were also present 70 million years ago. This is why their fossils are just as important.
원래 오비레타류가 이빨이 없어요. 그러니까 그 새처럼 부리로 돼 있다고요. 그런 공룡들, 그런 공룡들은 이 뭐 커다란 뭐 다른 초식 공룡을 해서 이렇게 씹을 그런 이빨 구조가 아니기 때문에 새처럼 이런 작은 도마뱀이나 포유류 같은 걸 잡아서 그대로 생기는.
저 뒤에 또 왔네 저거. 도마뱀이라면 사족을 못 쓰는 녀석이 저 오비랍토르란 공룡이지. 근데 저 녀석도 알고 보면 참 불쌍해. 인간들이 녀석을 처음 발견한 곳이 알둥지였거든. 알을 훔치는 줄 알고 이름을 오비락토르, 즉 알도둑 이렇게 붙인 거지. 실은 자기 새끼라면 아주 끔찍한 녀석인데도 말이야. 모성애하면 저 녀석이거든. 나중에 알을 품고 있는 화석이 발견되면서 오해는 풀렸지만 그렇다고 인간들이 알두두 그런 이름을 바꿔주진 않더군.
A crew member who discovered a fossil walks lightly back to base camp.
What you get, big boy?
Tiny.
Ah! This lizard here. Whoa.
You're a lucky man.
No kidding.
Skull and jaw.
Ah!
Dr. Lee gets a warm reception. It's as if he had discovered an amazing dinosaur bone. A lizard skeleton is weak, and its fossils are rare. Therefore, the chance of discovering one is low.
Very cute. Good man. Good job.
And there's another reason why this fossil attracts the team.
Are interesting because they represent one of the smallest animals in this ecosystem. So you have, the very large sauropods, you have the large carnivores like Tarbosaurus, but the other end of the spectrum you have this little lizard that may be this long. Those were, running around between the feet and the toes of the dinosaurs.
Fish for Yes. Catch Taiman.
밤이 깊었는데 뭘 하시나? 다들 화석 캘 꿈에 부풀어 있군 그래.
Yeah, I think so. It's a great place.
Reach for the beer.
That's done your job.
거긴 아닌데. 어제 도마뱀 화석 바로 옆에 내 화석이 있었는데 말이야.
Many things interesting stuff.
나를 찾는 게 그리 쉽진 않을 거야.
Finally, the news they have been waiting for arrives. Dr. Curry's team from Canada discovers a great fossil.
Wonderful scars on the bottom there.
Wow! Look at that. What is it?
Bones.
Oh. Oh.
It's beautiful.
The lower jaw of an adolescent Tarbosaurus.
사실 타르보사우루스가 머리뼈가 발견되는 것은 정말 드문 경우입니다. 우리가 지금 이 지역을 탐사하면서 타르보사우루스가 있는 흔적은 뭐 발뼈나 무슨 뭐 여기 다리뼈나 이런 걸로 인지는 됐지만은 뭐 전체적인 골격이 발견이 되지 않았거든요. 그런 의미에서 지금 우리가 발견한 이 턱뼈하고 이 머리뼈 부분은 사막에서 황금을 찾은 것만큼이나 비유될 수 있을 정도로 우리 대원 모두 굉장히 지금 기뻐하고 있습니다.
The discovery of the jaw, a first in 10 days, encourages the team.
But the bones, in fact, come out of the cliff all along through here. And because of that, we know that the skull had fallen apart when the animal died and been scattered a little bit in the stream. So now what we have to do is try and find as many bones as we can of the skull of this Tarbosaurus.
The sediments that contain fossils in this area are soft, so excavation with simple tools is possible. To dig the scattered bones, they must dig through the surface, as far down as possible. A part of its neck vertebra is discovered 2 meters away from its jaw.
These are big dinosaurs when they grow up. This particular individual is a small one. You can see that even from the neck vertebra. But nevertheless, it has a balance problem. It's walking on its hind legs, and it's like a teeter-totter. If the body is too heavy, it's going to fall on its face. So tyrannosaurs and all their relatives had basically pneumatized its bones. It had made its bones hollow and air-filled.
내가 좀 나간다고 했지. 약 6톤 정도. 특히 머리도 좀 무거워서 두 다리로 걷기가 쉽진 않아. 그래서 목에서부터 9번째 꼬리뼈까지 뼛속은 비어있어. 조금이라도 무게를 줄여보려고 말이야. 하늘을 나는 새들하고 같은 특징이지.
The excavation continues for 5 more days. They dig a slope over 1 meter deep. Unfortunately, a complete skeleton is not discovered. Instead, they secure the Tarbosaurus's teeth, neck vertebrae, and part of its skull. When it's time for the team to return, the base camp becomes busy. In the kitchen, cooking is already underway. To provide meals to 30 people, 2 chefs have joined the expedition team. They're covered in dust from a day at an excavation, but they can take a shower as freely as they want. This is the desert, where water is scarce. The same applies to washing clothes. Socks and other clothing are washed with a bucket of water. Even in such adverse conditions, there are many reasons to be happy.
And the nicest thing about it is you can walk 2 steps from your tent and find fossils. I was out with a couple of the crew a few days ago, and we walked just around the corner and we found a beautiful limb from a Protoceratops. And so if you're looking for dinosaurs in the Gobi, this is one of the best places to be.
As this is a multinational expedition team, the meals are a mixture of Mongolian, Western, and Korean dishes. Dinner is their favorite time of the day. The process of discovering and excavating fossils is all physically tiring labor. Since lunch is served outdoors, no one makes a fuss about food.
And I went up to that eggshell one.
As the darkness falls in the desert, the research team turns to books to discover dinosaurs. "20 days into the expedition. The excavation site is bustling with excitement. As they dig deeper, more bones are discovered.
Maybe.
The real excavation starts. Since 1822, when Mantell first discovered a dinosaur fossil, the excavation environment has not changed much. They break rocks surrounding a fossil with a chisel and hammer. With a shovel, they scrape off the sand. To ensure they don't miss small pieces of bone, they also screen it with a sieve. Slowly, a dinosaur's body is revealed. The ribs look the same as when the dinosaur was alive. With its giant body, this is an ankylosaur, an armored dinosaur.
This lizard here. Whoa.
You're a lucky man.
Lower jaw.
Yeah.
Just flip back.
Yeah.
Very
The
nice.
team is elated.
Good man.
What have they uncovered?
Perfect. Very good.
우리가 그렇게 바라던 머리뼈를 찾았어요. 그래서 머리뼈가 우리가 예상한 것과 전혀 다른 곳에서 발견이 됐는데 그거는 어디냐 그러면 이 골반 안에 지금 머리뼈가 발견됐습니다.
The symbol of the armored dinosaur is its tail club. The armored dinosaur's fossil is nearly perfect.
여기서부터 이제 몸통이 그대로 살아있다 그러면은 몸통이 이 정도까지 가고
A 5-meter-long dinosaur, the size of a minibus.
여기 이제 목이 있고 여기에 머리가 한 길이가 한 40cm 되는 머리가 이렇게 있는 거죠.
갑옷 공룡은 초식 공룡 중에서도 가장 무서운 녀석이야. 30kg이나 되는 꼬리곤봉을 휘둘러치기도 하고 딱딱한 피부 갑옷으로 무장해 내 이빨이나 발톱 공격을 무력화시킨다니까. 그래서 웬만하면 나 타르부도 쉽게 건드리진 않아.
When you have a very broad body like this, if you think about what cattle are like today, they have broad bodies as well. And that's because what they're doing is they have to ferment the vegetation inside their bodies before they can actually re-chew it and digest it. And probably this dinosaur is doing the same thing. It's swallowing massive quantities of very poor quality plant food, but it's processing them very well.
The 5th day of the excavation. An unusual fossil is discovered next to the armor. A fossil of a broken tooth. However, it doesn't belong to an ankylosaur.
타르보사우루스 이빨이 나오네.
Why was a Tarbosaurus's tooth found here?
난 그날 몹시 배가 고파 있었어. 그때 딱 저 녀석을 만난 거지. 그때 녀석의 갑옷에 내 이빨이 부러진 거야. 난 1, 2년에 한 번씩 이갈이를 하는데 주로 이럴 때 이빨이 빠지지.
Did the Ankylosaur really lose to Tarbosaurus? Then why was the corpse left uneaten? The key to solving that mystery is uncovered.
Right.
Even just a glimpse tells us it's a dinosaur leg bone.
This is a Tarbosaur fibula, right? Broken fibula. Ankylosaur hit.
This leg bone stimulates the team's imagination.
요게 이제 그 갑옷공룡하고 같은 시간대 충전이거든요. 그러니까 같은 시간에 화석이 된 거예요.
How is the death of the Ankylosaur and a Tarbosaurus's leg bone related?
사실 갑옷 공룡과의 싸움은 쉽지 않아서 목숨을 건 치명적인 싸움이었지. 마지막 순간 녀석이 휘두른 곤봉에 그만 나의 다리뼈가 부러지고 말았지. 결국 나도 몇 발자국 못 가서 쓰러지고 말았지. 그리고 난 화석이 된 거야.
여기 보이는 꼬리곤봉 같은 거. 이거는 굉장히 커다란 망치 같기 때문에 아무리 티렉스나 타르보사우루스라도 이 꼬리곤봉의 만약에 뒷다리, 특히 이 아랫다리 중에서도 이 종아리뼈가 제일 연약하고 약한 부분이거든요. 이것을 꼬리곤봉에 맞게 되면은 아마 충분히 부러지거든요.
After digging, they mixed plaster with water. Then, with plaster bandages, they wrapped the fossil. This is to ensure its safe transport. They call this a plaster jacket. The excavation alone took 9 days. On the last day of the excavation, the Ankylosaur fossil will leave the Gobi Desert. The expedition is nearly over. The base camp is in a festive mood. Special foods and even cake is put on the table. It's Dr. Jacob's 60th birthday.
Look at this. This is very, very kind. I'm very lucky to have been a paleontologist because I would never have been here to meet people like Barsbold, the great Barsbold, and Ligden, and all the other Mongolian colleagues and friends. This is a very important thing. In such a collaborative international way is a great honor. Great honor for me. So I thank you very much, and I thank very, very much. Cheers.
Cheers. Happy birthday. Happy birthday.
He is an explorer and a researcher with a lifelong dedication and passion for dinosaurs.
Finding dinosaurs and finding fossils is difficult work. almost every child likes dinosaurs, and almost just as many would like to be paleontologists, but there are only a few paleontologists in the world. So what makes those people able to do it? They have a drive and a passion and an ability to put up with the hardships, and they're just a little bit different. They like it.
A sandstorm, the scourge of the desert, is coming. Once the storm starts, it lasts for 3 to 4 days and tortures the team. The sand puts the expedition under siege as it gnaws away at tools and food alike. The sandstorm blows violently at 60 to 80 kilometers per hour. In this storm, excavation is out of the question. Taking even a single step is difficult as the sand strikes the flesh. If they do not evacuate quickly, they face longer confinement and greater dangers. "40 days of exploration is coming to an end, but Dr. Curry has a dinosaur he wants to find. It's the Dianosor, first discovered by a Polish expedition in 1965.
This is a very interesting quarry. This is where Dianosor came from. You may have seen the specimen. It's a very, very long pair of arms, and that's all they have is the arms and the claws. And there is only one specimen in the entire world where that specimen was found, and that was right here. And of course, we'd love to find another skeleton of this animal because, first of all, it's so big, and because we don't understand exactly what it is.
This dinosaur is one of the reasons why he joined the Korea-Mongolia International Dinosaur Project team. A hand-drawn map by the Polish team 40 years ago is the only evidence to prove the existence of the dinosaur. Dianosor, an imaginary dinosaur with an unknown face and body. Sharp claws, 25 centimeters in length, and 2.4-meter long arms. No other dinosaur has been discovered with such long arms. Many paleontologists want to find even just a small piece of the Dianosor.
And they'll tell us what year the can came from and possibly where it was made. It says PL, which suggests it's Poland. And so that's a very, very good clue.
Fortunately, they found the Polish team's excavation site from 40 years ago. And there is a dinosaur not too far away. Did he find a trace of the Dianosor? Dr. Curry observes closely. His expert instinct is accurate. Finally, he finds 2 gastralia of the Dianosor.
Well, this is the Holy Grail. This is what we were looking for. It's a quarry. It's a very old quarry. There's not much left of it, but when we line it up with the photographs of Dianosor, we can see in the background the ridge there, and the same scenery that we see in the background. There's no question this is the place. I'm very happy. We've been kind of looking for this site for at least 4 years now.
Dr. Yongnam Lee also has a dinosaur for which he wants to find a face. It's the Korean Peninsula's first fully articulated dinosaur fossil, Dianosor X. However, the front half of its body is missing. Will he find the answer in Mongolia? In an unexpected place, a clue to Dianosor X presents itself.
It looks like Go ahead. What was that?
Protoceratopsians, a horned dinosaur.
The frill, the collar, goes like this. You see? And then the front of the snout is down there.
The most noticeable characteristic of a Protoceratosids is the large frill on its skull. It is 1.8 meters in size and considered a small dinosaur. It's named for its horned face, but it only has a slightly projected horn on the nostril. And it has no significant defense mechanism, and it was always attacked. It was the prey of the carnivorous dinosaurs. However, the Protoceratopsids had a good appetite. With a parrot beak-like mouth, it chewed on tough leaves. The Protoceratopsid was the pig of its day. One interesting fact is that the Protoceratopsids survived for a very long time. Later, it crossed over to America and evolved into the Triceratops with its 3 horns. The Protoceratopsids were the ancestor of the Triceratops. However, among the Protoceratopsids, Asian Protoceratops has a unique character. It is long neural spines of tail vertebrae. Dianosor X has the same long neural spines. Then can we say Dianosor X is a Protoceratops? However, there is a problem arriving at such a conclusion.
The X is a problem, you know. So far we think is the specimens came from Shiwa Formation, which is we think is the early Cretaceous. But usually, you know, Protoceratopsians have been found in the late Cretaceous, right? So
they go right from the sort of late early Cretaceous all the way to the very end of the age of dinosaurs. So anything in that time span could be a Protoceratopsian. So the age is not as important as what the anatomy is telling us about the animal. So the tail is very diagnostic, and you've got a beautiful tail there, and the hand itself looks like a little small Protoceratopsian.
A ceratopsian expert presumed it to be an ancestor of Protoceratops. It had a less developed frill than the Protoceratops. And as this fossil tells us, it had a smaller leg. This is the first ever restoration of a Korean dinosaur. Various dinosaur eggs and nests occur around Shiwa Lake in Korea, where Dianosor X was discovered. Among them are fossil eggs shaped like the eggs of a Protoceratops. So, are they related to Dianosor X?
Your specimen in Korea will help us pinpoint potentially one of those routes of distribution. It's a very important point for paleogeographic reconstructions of both what was happening with the continents during that part of the Cretaceous and understanding more about the evolution of both ceratopsian dinosaurs and the other groups that they're associated with. So you've got an extremely important specimen, so I'm looking forward to seeing it fully prepared.
100 million years ago, the ancestor of Protoceratopsids X lived and later through Protoceratops at the end of the Cretaceous period, evolved into a Triceratops. With Dinosaur X, it became possible to infer an advancement of evolution by 20 million years. The route of its evolution could also change. It is possible to reason that an ancestor of Protoceratops first appeared in surrounding areas of the Korean Peninsula, not in Mongolia, and later evolved into a Triceratops. This is the Korean Peninsula 100 million years ago. A pack of Dinosaur X's are searching for food. X is a herbivore at the lowest end of the food chain in the land of dinosaurs. They enjoy eating ferns and small leaves. As the chances of survival are greater with more sets of eyes and ears, they live as a group. A mother waits for eggs to hatch buried under a shallow hole. A gigantic carnivorous dinosaur watches them intently. Perhaps Dinosaur X's life ended in tragedy one day millions of years ago. The 40-day expedition ends. They are left only with the loading and transporting of fossils. The ankylosaur at the bottom of the valley is the biggest problem.
1, 2, 3.
They must lift a 2-ton fossil out of the valley.
Beautiful.
A fossil discovered thanks to the hard labor of a dozen members. If it falls, it could break into pieces. A fossil they can't carry back is worthless. But through the efforts of many, the fossil reaches the top. With this, the 40-day journey comes to an end. Dr. Youngnam Lee is back. This is the beginning of his research. Fossils are numbered and organized according to scientific importance. Approximately 80 fossils await Dr. Lee's hands. From this expedition, Dr. Lee succeeded in identifying the first dinosaur of the Korean Peninsula.
몽골 고비 사막에서 탐사를 함으로써 좋은 화석들을 우리가 얻을 수 있었고, 그리고 이런 탐사를 우리가 주도를 해서 세계 학자들과 함께 국제 공동 탐사를 했다는데 저로서는 굉장히 그 의미가 크고요.
His ultimate goal is to reconstruct the age of the dinosaurs on the Korean peninsula, a nearly blank canvas, through his research of Asian dinosaurs.
곤봉을 자연스럽게 휘두르는 정보를 만드는 게 좀 어렵더라고요.
아, 네.
Based on the information the fossils provide, Asian dinosaurs are restored one by one. After the Ankylosaur, the Velociraptor was restored.
어릴 때는 그 새와 굉장히 가깝기 때문에 그 새처럼 닭처럼 이렇게 목이 휘청휘청하면서 이 두 발로 걷는 아주 그 재미있는 걸음걸이를 가진 공룡입니다.
Traveling back in time, 70 million years. The land of dinosaurs. Through the sweat and passion of the expedition team, Asian dinosaurs dream of resurrection.